says I'm his special little guy.
I am a princess.
And I am a prince.
Mum says I'm an angel sent down from the sky.
My daddy says I'm his special little soldier. No one is as handsome, strong as me. It's true he indulges my tendency to bulge, but I'm his little soldier. Up 2, 4, 3.
My mummy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no peer for a miracle like me.
My daddy says I'm his special little soldier. No one is as bold or tough as me. Has my daddy told you? One day when I'm older, I can be a soldier and shoot you in the face.
One can hardly move for beauty and brilliance these days. It seems that there are millions of these, 1 in a million these days. Specialness is de rigueur. Above average is average, go figure. Is it some modern miracle of calculus that such frequent miracles don't render each one unmiraculous?
My mummy says I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day Doc chopped the umbilical cord, it's been clear there's no fear for a miracle like me. My mummy says I'm a precious ballerina. She has never seen pity a ballerina. She says if I eat, I had to cut down on the cream. But I'm a ballerina, so give me more cake.
Take another picture of our angel from this angle over here.
She is clearly more emotionally developed than her peers. What a dear!
Honey, look at mummy.
Don't put honey on your brother.
Smile for mummy, smile for mother.
I think he bleeds. Well, take another.
Have you seen his school report? He got a C on his report. What? After change his school, the teacher's clearly falling short.
He's just delightful.
So hilarious and insightful.
Might she be a little brighter than her class? So yes, she's definitely advanced. Take another picture of our angel. She was lovely in this light. My face and his name. She was seen to see her. I think you're right.
Don't put honey on your brother. I think she might.
My mummy says I'm a miracle. The time is funny and the shiny as a miracle. It's a bit all cynical, but listen to the miracle. There's never been a miracle as me.
Look, is this gonna take much longer, Doctor? I've got late sketch read. I'm competing the biannual international amateur social form dancing championship in Paris.
Mrs. Wormwood, you get you on a plane, Mrs. Wormwood.
Of course I am. I always compete, Doctor. But this time, I have a secret weapon. Rudolphos. Here's what I tell you, very supple. Has an incredible upper body strength.
Mrs. Wormwood, I think we should have a talk.
So what is it? What's wrong with me?
Mrs. Wormwood, do you really have no idea? Mrs. Wormwood, I want you to think very carefully. What do you think might be the cause of this?
Look at my foot!
Mrs. Wormwood, you're pregnant. You're going to have a baby.
What, baby? I don't want another one. There's nothing you can do.
You're 9 months pregnant.
Antibiotics on. Oh my good Lord. And what about the biannual international amateur social form dancing championship?
A baby, Mrs. Wormwood. A child. The most precious gift this natural world can bestow upon us has been handed to you. A brand new human being. A life. A person. A wonderful new person about to come into your life. To bring love and magic and happiness and a wonder.
Oh, bloody hell.
Every life I bring into this world restores my faith in mankind. One life again first yet untainted. There's still a broken skin, this uncorrupted mind. Every life it's unbelief of just life. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life. And yet every single life, every
son.
Mr. Wormwood, are you smoking a cigarette?
What? Oh, of course, I'm sorry, doctor. What am I thinking? Let's go for a proper smoke. Oh my word, what a little thing.
This is one of the most visual children I have ever seen.
Oh my good lord, what he's thinking.
His what?
He's thinking he's what you call his tutor. What you've done with his thingy.
This child does not have a thingy.
What? A boy with no thingy. Look what you done, you stupid woman. This bug got no thingy.
Mr. Wormwood, this child is a girl. A beautiful, beautiful little girl.
It's still time for the biannual international.
Competition is over. You missed it. Look, doctor, I don't suppose we could exchange it for a boy, could we?
This is the worst day of my life. Oh my unforgettable my
I have ever seen.
Can find his franking beans.
Every life, it's unbelievably unlikely. The chances of existence almost infinitely small. The most common thing in life is life, and yet every single life, every new life, it's a miracle, miracle, miracle.
I'm a miracle. One look at my face and it's plain to see. Ever since the day, the umbilical cord is for a miracle of me. My mommy says I'm a miracle. I'm a miracle. Shining as a miracle. We can be all singing for my little boy. Miracle, miracle, miracle,
My mommy says I'm a lousy little worm. My daddy says I'm bored. My mommy says I'm a gentle little germ. That kids like me should be against the law. My daddy says I should learn to shoot my bihole. No one like a smart mouth girl like me. Mom says I'm a good case for population control. That says I should watch more TV.
Yes, sir, that's right, sir. 155 brand new luxury cars, sir. Are they good runners? Oh, let's put this way. You would have been then in a race. No, sir. Yes, sir. They're good runners, sir. Yes, sir. Indeed, sir. So, how much exactly are we talking about?
Ah! Harry!
Hang on.
Look at this. She's reading the book. That's not normal for a 5-year-old. I think she might be an idiot.
Listen to this. It was the great of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of Winston.
Stop scaring your mouth of that book, boy.
And she
I'm
keeps
a girl.
And she keeps trying to tell me stories, Harry. Stories? Who wants stories? I mean, that's not normal for a girl to be all thinking.
I'm gonna call you straight back. Would you please shut up? I am trying to pull off the biggest business deal of my life, and I have to listen to this. Hey, this is your fault. You spent us into trouble and expect me to get us out. What am I, a flaming escapologist?
Escapologist, he says. And what about me then? I have the whole house to you look after. Dinos don't microwave themselves, you know. And if you're an escapologist, I must be an acrobat to balance the lot. The world greatest acrobat. I'm off to bleach my roots, and I shall be talking to you for the rest of the evening, you horrible little man.
But I'm gonna make us rich.
Rich? How rich?
Oh, very rich. Rich in business meant very, very stupid. See, your genius husband is going to sell then 155 knackered old bankers as brand new luxury cars.
But that's not fair. The cars will break down. What about the Russians?
Listen to the boy.
I'm a girl.
That does not get you when you wear a carrot with brain. All I can say is, thanks heaven Michael has inherited his old main brains. Huh, son? Yeah.
Well, I shall take your money when you earn it, and I shall spend it because of the despicable who has spoken to me tonight.
It's your fault with your stupid book and your stupid reading.
What? But I didn't do anything. That's not right.
Right? Right? I'll tell you something. You're off to school in a few days' time, and you won't be getting right there. Oh no. See, I know your hand mistress, Agatha Trunchbull. And I've told her all about you and your smart immense ideas. Great, big, strong, scary machines used to compete in the Olympics throwing the hammer. Imagine what she's going to do to a squeaky little goblin like you, boy.
I'm a girl.
Now get off to bed, you little boy.
Jack-a-jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. So they say the subsequence of all was inevitable. They never stood a chance, they were written that way. Innocent victims of that story. Romeo and Juliet, that's written in the star before they even met. That's love and fate and a touch of stupidity. Rude and rob, with hope of living happily. The endings are often a little bit gory. I wonder why they didn't just change their story. We're told we have to do what we're told about sure. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take this on your chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if a little you can do a lot, you must let you go feel like little stop you. If you sit around and let it get on top of you, might as well be saying you think that it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. Latin unborn hair dye, access job, keep out the richer children. Oil of violence, hair tonic for men. Yup. Off our boat, there's a tiny rowboat. A seed for war in the creek of a floodboat. A storm can begin with the flap of our wing. The tiniest mite bags the might disaster every day. Start with a thick of our block, all escapes. Start with a thick of our log. If you're stuck in your story and want to get out, you don't have to cry, you don't have to shout. Cause if a little you can do a lot to you. Must let it go feel like little stop you. If you sit around and let it get on top you, won't change a thing. Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always
it's okay, and that's not right. And if it's not right, you have to put it right. But nobody else is gonna put it right for me. Nobody but me is gonna change my story. Sometimes you have to be a little bit naughty.
Vamos.
Achei que não ia deixar. Cadê a CD?
Liga porque vai ter que entrar.
In business, son, hair is the greatest asset. Good hair means a good brain. Now, the secret to my success in business is...
Secret.
Yeah, secret. The secret to my success is this. Oil or violet hair tonic for men. Stand back, son. Your old man's going to work. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where is that? Right. That's the bananas right there. Ooh. Let me tell you something, son. A man in business simply cannot fail to get noticed when he look like this.
Secret.
Your hand! It's green!
Good Lord, when have you started or is not even 30? Whoa! My hair is green.
What on earth did you do that for? Why do you have green hair?
I don't want green hair. I didn't do anything.
Maybe use some of Mommy's parasite by mistake.
That's exactly what you've done, oh you stupid man.
Oh, my hair. Oh, my lovely hair. Oh, my good Lord. I've got, today, my deal with the branches. What am I going to do?
I know what you can do.
Whoa, what can I do?
You can pretend you are an elf.
Yes, that's it. I can pretend I am a elf. What are you talking about? You're fool. The boy's a loony.
Mom, would you like to hear a story?
Don't be disgusting! The sooner you've locked up on the school, the better.
Matilda, what a pleasure to see you. Here in the library again, aren't we?
Yes, I mean, my mom wanted me to stay at home with her. She hates it when I go out. She misses me so much. Dad too, he loves having me around. But I think it's good for grown-ups to have their own space.
Your parents must be so proud to have a clever girl as you. And you do tell them lots of stories like you do with me, right? I love your stories, Matilda! And that's not a hint. But if you did happen to have a story you
Goodbye,
wanted to...
Miss Phelps. I'll see you next week.
Goodbye, Miss Honey. And good luck with the toy story. As I was saying, Matilda, I'm not hinting. But if you did happen to have a story you wanted to tell me...
Who's that?
That lady? That was Miss Honey. She's going to be a teacher.
That lady's my...
Yes, your teacher. Now look, are you going to tell me a story or not?
Once upon a time... Once upon a time, the two greatest circus performers in the world, an escapologist who could escape through any lock that was ever invented, and an acrobat who was so skilled at singing as she could actually fly, fell in love and got married. They performed some of the most incredible feats together anyone has ever seen, and people came from miles around. Kings, queens, celebrities, and astronauts. But not just to see their skill, but also to see their love for each other, which was so deep that it was said that cats will purr their precedent and dogs will rip with joy. They moved into a beautiful old house at the edge of the town, and in the evenings they would walk and take the air. And each night, the children of the town would wait in anticipation, hoping for a glimpse of the shiny white scarf that the acrobats always wore. For then, they knew that they had only to cry, "Fricks, fricks!" and the great performance was instantly obliged with the most spectacular show, just for a day. But although they loved each other, although they were famous and everyone loves them,
They were sad.
We have everything.
We have everything that the world has to offer, said the wife.
We have everything.
But we do not have the one thing in the world we want most.
But the one thing.
We do not have a child.
Patience, my love.
Patience, my love, the husband replied. Time is on our side. Even time loves us.
Oh, Matilda.
But time is the one thing no one is better off. And as time passed, they grew quite old, and still they had no child. At night, they listened to the sound of the silence of the big, empty house, and they would imagine how beautiful it would be if it was filled with the sound of a child playing.
Oh, Matilda, this is very sad.
Do you want me to stop?
Don't you dare.
Their sadness overwhelmed them and drew them into even more dangerous feats. As they walked, became the only place they could escape to the inescapable tragedy of their lives. And so it was. They decided to perform the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed.
It is called,
said the husband, announcing the event to the world press, who had gathered to the list with battering breath. The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over shocks and spiky objects, caused by a man locked in a cage, and it's the most dangerous feat ever known to man. It is our destiny, said the wife, smiling sadly and slipping her hand into his. It is where the long list of life had led us.
Well, what happened next?
I don't know. Not yet. Anyway.
What? Isn't there some more? I mean, well, I suppose it's getting late. Your mother will be waiting for you. Is she here? I love to meet her, actually.
Bye, Miss Phelps. See you tomorrow.
After your first day of school.
My mummy says I'm a miracle.
My daddy says I'm his special little guy.
I am a princess. And I am a prince. Mum says I'm an angel. Mum says I'm an angel. Mum says I'm an angel.
So you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy. And even if you put in heaps of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your life, as you know it, is ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages, this living hell. But if I try, I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. Like you, I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to suffer, listen up and I will teach you. I'll be able to. You listen here, but here you'll be punished so severely if you step out of line, and if you cry, it will be double. You should stay out of trouble and remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why? Did you hear what he said?
Just you wait for his head.
What's phys ed?
Physical education.
It's the Trunch Bowl speciality.
My mummy says I'm a miracle. Ah! My daddy said I would be the teacher.
alphabet. Oh, you gotta learn to listen, kid.
And so you think you're able to survive this mess by being a prince or a princess? You will soon see there's no escaping tragedy.
Maria, vem aqui, tá em cima dos livros.
Weeks of effort, you're just wasting energy. 'Cause your
Maria,
life has never this ancient history. I have suffered in this jail. I've been trapped inside this cage for ages. This living hell. But if I try, I can remember that before my life had ended, before my happy days were over, before I first heard the pealing of the bell. When you I was curious, so innocent I asked 1,000 questions. But unless you want to, somehow listen up and I will teach you. Nothing more to do. Listen here, my dear, you'll be punished just a minute if you step out of line. And if you cry, something double, you should stay out of trouble. And remember to be extremely careful.
Why?
Why? Didn't you hear what we said?
Just you wait for his end. Just you wait for his end. Interjecting element of me. QRSTMEWX. Why?
Why?
Just you wait for his end.
Good morning, children. My name is Miss Honey, and today is a very special day for you, your first day of school. Now, can anyone here tell me any of your 2 times tables? No one? Okay, go on.
2 times 1 is 0.
Okay, not quite, but we can work on that. Anyone else?
Obrigada.
Well, I heard there's a new student in class. Have you seen her? Okay, I'm gonna stop the class for now, but we can look for her, so just wait for a second. Guys, I wanted to meet your new friend, Matilda. You can sit down. So, Matilda, I was just asking everyone if they knew the 2 times tables.
Oh, I knew.
Okay, stand up and do as much as you can.
1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, 5 times 2 is 10, 6 times 2 is 12, 7 times 2 is 14, 8 times 2 is 16, 9 times 2 is 18, 10 times 2
Okay,
is 20.
stop. Good heavens, how far can you go?
I don't know. Quite a long way, I think.
Do you think you could tell me what 2 times 28 is?
56.
Okay. Now, this is much harder, so don't worry if you don't get it. 2 times 487? If you took your
974.
12 sevens?
84.
No!
Okay, let's leave math for the time being and take a look at reading. Now, can anyone read this?
Oh, me, teacher.
Very well, Nigel. Okay, I think we better leave it there, Nigel. We don't want to burst a blood vessel on your first day. Lavender?
Is the first word tomato?
No, but tomato is a very good word.
Yeah.
Matilda?
I can now read words.
So, Matilda, you can read words.
Well, I needed to learn how to read words, so then I could learn how to read sentences. Because basically, a sentence is just a big bunch of words. And if you cannot read sentences, you've got no chance for books.
And have you read an entire book yourself, Matilda?
Oh, yes, I love books. This week, I read quite a few.
A few? In a week? Okay, what books did you read?
Nicholas Nickleby, Oliver Twist, The Lord of the Rings, Keen, The Invisible Man, The Secret Garden, and Cat in a Hat.
Okay. Knock on the door, Jenny. Just knock on the door. Don't be pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. There's nothing to fear. You're being pathetic. It's just a door. You've seen one before. Just knock on the door. Look at you trying to hide, silly. Standing outside the principal's office like a little girl. It's just pathetic. Look at you hesitating, hands shaking. You should be embarrassed. You're not a little girl. It's just pathetic. Knock on the door, Jenny. What are you waiting for? Just knock on the door. Perhaps a witch is probably having a meeting or something and won't want to be interrupted. If anything cautious in this situation is sensible, one should avoid confrontation when possible. I'll come back later then. But this little girl is miracle. Knock on the door, Jenny! Just knock on the door! Don't be pathetic!
Enter. Don't just stand there like wet tissue. Get on with it.
Oh, yes, Miss Trunchbull. In my class, there's a little girl called Matilda Wormwood.
Daughter of Mr. Harry Wormwood, who once were my mother's. Excellent man. Told me to watch out for the bread, though. Says to reward.
No, Miss Trunchbull, I don't believe Matilda's that kind of child at all.
What is the school motto, Miss Honey?
Bombinaten as Magitan.
Bombination as Magitan. Children maggots! In fact, it must have been her who put a stink bomb under my desk this morning. I have for that. Thank you for stressing it.
No, but I didn't. Okay, Miss Trunchbull, Matilda Wormwood is a genius!
She was late for class, so she's a gangster.
She knows her timetables.
So she learned a few tricks.
She can read.
So can I!
Okay, Miss Trunchbull, I believe that this little girl should be placed in a top form with the 11-year-olds.
What? But she's a squib, a shrimp, and a hatchet tadpole. We can just simp her on top from 11-year-olds. What kind of society would that be? What about rules, honey? Rules.
I believe that this little girl's an exception to the rules.
An exception to the rules? In my school? Look at this trophy, see how my trophies gleam in the sunlight, see how they shine. What do you think it took to become English hammer throwing champion? 1969. Do you think in that moment when my big moment came, they had written the rules with casual disdain? Well, right now, as I step up to the circle, did I change my plan? What? As I choked in my pounds, did I wave my hands? I did not! As I started my spin, did I look at the view? Did I drift off and dream for a minute or two? You think I thought abandoned in my rotation? You think I altered my intended elevation? As the hammer took off, did I change my grunt? For the grunt I have practiced for many a month. Not a dot, not a dot. Did I stray from the plot? That I detail on the throw was adjusted or forgotten? Not even when the hammer left my hands and sailed high up above the stands. Did I let myself go? No, 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 no! If you want to throw the hammer for your country, have to stay inside the circle all the time. If you want to make a team, you don't need happiness or self-esteem. You just need to keep your feet inside the line. Sing, children! 2, 3, 4! The hand for your country. You have to stay inside the circle all the time. And if you want to dig success, you don't need sympathy or tenderness. You have to force the little squid to do the line. Sing, Jenny! 2, 3, 4. If you want to throw the hammer for your country, you have to stay inside the circle all the time. Just apply one simple rule to hammer throw life and school. Life's a ball, so learn to throw it. Find the boundary line and toe it. And always keep your feet inside the line. Now get out!
Tira, tira.
Miss Trunchbull, it is my intention to help this little girl, whether you like it or not.
Stupid, nasty, stinking, slimy. Oh, great big question asking. How did they speak to me like that? Who the hell do they think they are? Flipping, filthy, nasty, stupid Russians.
Don't tell me we're not rich.
It's the mileage. They took one look at the mileage on the first car and said cars won't make it. I told them, I said, hey, the reason the mileage is so high is a manufacturing mistake.
Is that true?
Of course not true.
So you lied?
Of course I lied.
And they didn't believe you?
Of course they didn't believe me. I've got green hair. What is this? Another flaming book? What's wrong with the tally?
Oh.
She's got no respect. That one with her tell books and stories.
Oh, no, it's a lovely book. Honest.
Lovely. Here's what I think of your lovely. Now get out of here, little bookworm. Get up, boy.
Do we have any super glue?
In the cupboard. And while at it, why don't you stick your stupid book into your stupid head? I have to sleep, boy. Let's go.
Just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you always take it on the chin and wear it, nothing will change. Even if when you tell you can do I love you, mustn't let a little thing like liquor stop you. Sit around and let it get on top of you. Might just stop saying, I think that it's okay, and that's not right. I'm a girl.
Matilda, can I ask you a question? Do brains in your head give you a headache? I mean, it's got they all squished in there.
Oh, no, it's fine. I think they just fit.
Well, I better hang around if they start to squeeze out of your ears. I'm Lavender, and I think it's probably for the best if we were best friends.
Ah! Hide me! Someone poured a broken off syrup at Schwanbuscher. She sat down, and when she got up, her knickers stayed stuck to the seat. Someone told her I did it, but I never. And now she's after me.
But that's not fair. That's not fair at all.
Finish! Once Agatha Trunchbull decides you're guilty, you're squished.
Yesterday, she caught Julius Rothwinkle eating a gobstopper during science. She just picked him up, threw him around, and threw him out the
window.
Don't listen to them. That didn't happen. They're trying to scare us.
Oh, Matilda, this is going to put me choky. Choky. What's Choky? They say that's a bird in her upset that you throw her into. They say she's lean with nails and spikes. Maybe it's a broken vest.
There's a place you are sent if you haven't been good. And it's made of spikes and wood and it is wide enough to sit. And even if you could, there are nails on the bottom, so you wish you stood.
When the hinges click
And the door is closed.
you cannot see squat.
Not the end of your nose. And when you scream,
You don't know if the sound came out or if the scream in your head even reached your mouth.
All right. When did this happen?
20 minutes ago, but why?
Oh no, she's coming! You'd better ride! Quick, jackets!
you. Where's the Megan? No, it's Nigel.
She's over there, under those coats, where she has been for the last hour, actually.
What? An hour.
Oh, yes. As you see, not just suffers from a rare but chronic sleep disorder, narcolepsy. The condition is characterized by the sufferer experiencing of boots and fatigue and falling suddenly asleep, often without knowing or with any warning at all. You see, she falls asleep, and we put she under the coats for his safety. Didn't we? Didn't we?
Yes.
Yes. She probably sees him bad when she wakes up.
Amanda Fripp.
Yes, Miss Trunchbull?
What have I told you about wearing pigtails? I hate pigtails!
But my mom's like that. She says they can look so pretty.
Then your mommy is a twit!
Where is she?
She's okay! You! What's your name?
Matilda. Matilda Wormwood.
Zoe Wormwood, aren't you, huh? Well, Matilda Wormwood, you have made just a very big mistake.
Just so you all know, she is my best friend.
Brand new sponsor. Oh yeah, completely different cosa. Green hat. It was a National Green Hat Day. Celebration of all wonderful green things in the world that have all that lettuce and gold. More at one? Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. Bye-bye, sir. Don't spit it down. And that's how you do. I'm gonna put that. Looks like rain.
Honey, Matilda's teacher? Oh, it'll only take a moment.
This is Rodolfo. Oh, it's nothing like that. He's my dance partner. We're rehearsing.
Oh, parlo italiano. Ciao, Rodolfo. Piacere, come stai?
So what do you want, Miss Johnny?
It's Miss Honey. Well, as you know, Matilda's in the bottom class, and children in the bottom class aren't really expected to
Well,
read.
stop her reading. Lord knows we have tried. Look, I'm not in favor of girls getting all clever pants, Miss Hussey. A girl should think about her makeup and hair dye. Looks are more important than books. Now, look at you and look at me. You chose books. I chose looks.
Matilda can calculate complicated figures in her mind in an instant.
Calculate this.
Wow, fantastico!
Her mind is incredible. With a little help from us, she could go to university before she...
Mind? Before she... Mind? You really don't know anything, do you? You've made an awful error. You won't blame yourself now. Come along! You seem to think that people like people are clever. It's very quaint. It's very sweet. But wrong. People don't like smarty pants walk around claiming that they know stuff we don't know. Now here's a tip. What you know matters less than the volume with which what you don't know is expressed. Content has never been less important. So you have got to be loud. Girl, you gotta learn to stand out and stick out from the crowd. Woo! A little less flat, a lot more heel. A little less fat, a lot more feel. A little less brains, a lot more hair. A little less hands, a lot more derriere. No one's gonna tell you when to shake your dish well. You've got a light, don't hide it under a bush. Oh, no one's gonna if you don't stand out. No one's gonna listen if you don't shout.
No one's gonna care if you don't care. Go put some highlights in your hair.
Cause you gotta highlight what you got. Even if what you got's not a lot, you gotta be loud.
You gotta give
yourself permission to shine. Stand up and be proud. A little less, a little more sing. A little less, a little more sweat. A little less dressing like your mom. A little more ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-bow. Woo! I look nice. You don't. No one's gonna tell you when to wiggle your bamba.
No one's gonna love you if you don't know the rumba.
Everybody loves a little something exotic.
But knowing the language is over the top.
It doesn't really matter if you don't know much.
So long as you don't know it with the volume up. The less you have to sell, the harder you're selling. The less you have to say, the louder you yell. The double the act, the bigger the confession. The less you have to show, the louder you dress. You gotta get up. You gotta get up to be loud. Your judges.
Wow!
whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
Stop being pathetic, Jenny. Just get on your feet, Jenny! That you're going to march in there and give him a piece of your mind. Leave it alone, Jenny. The more that you try, the more you just look like a fool. This is not your problem. You've not got the spine. You are a teacher, just go back to school. But this little girl, this miracle, she seems not to know that she's special at all. And what sort of teacher would I be if I let this little girl fall? I can see this little girl needs somebody strong to fight by her side. Instead, she's found me. Pathetic little me. And another door closes, and Jenny's outside.
And so, the great day arrived. It was like the entire world had gathered to see the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by a man locked in a cage. Everything was arranged by the acrobate's sister, a frightening woman who used to be an all-class hammer thrower who loved nothing better than to scare the children of the town. People whispered that in her dark and breathing heart she resented the sister, both her success and her love. Suddenly out came the escapologist dressed as Zuzu in his times and spankly costume. But there was no sign of the acrobat, and no glimpse at all of the shiny white scarf. And instead of a musical fanfare, there was silence as the solemn strode into the room. Ladies and gentlemen, the burning woman hurling through the air with dynamite in her hair over sharks and spiky objects caught by a man locked in a cage has been cancelled.
No!
Yes, the audience gasped so loud that a person or a plane caught it on its instrumentation and recorded it as an atmospheric phenomenon. Cancelled. Because my wife is pregnant.
Oh, Matilda!
Absolutely silence. You could have heard a flat burp. Then, the audience jumped into its feet and horned appreciation. The applause went on for nearly an hour.
Oh, so it has a happy ending.
No,
No.
No. Everyone. But not the acrobat sister. When all had gotten it down, she stepped forward and produced a contract.
A contract?
A contract was signed to perform these feats, and perform these feats you shall.
No!
I have paid for the posters, the publicity, the catering, the toilet facilities. If I gave their crowd their money back, where is my profit? A contract is a contract is a contract. My hands are tied. The burning woman, hurling through the air, with dynamite in her hair, over shocks and spiky objects, caught by malocks in a cage, will be performed and performed these days, or off to prison you both shall go.
No! Well, what happened next?
I don't know. I'll tell tomorrow.
What? I don't know if my nerves will make it into tomorrow.
Miss Phelps, are you crying? Maybe I shouldn't tell you anymore.
Oh no, Matilda. We must find out how it ends. And I'm not crying because it's sad. It's just that they wanted that child so very much. It must be wonderful for a child to be so wanted.
Oh, yes. Wonderful. Bye, Miss Phelps. Matilda? Could I speak to you for a moment, please? Well, I'm afraid of not being so successful in getting others to recognize your abilities. So, starting tomorrow, I shall bring a selection of very clever books that will challenge your mind, and you may sit and read while I teach the others. And if you have any questions, I shall do my best to answer them. How does that sound? Matilda, that's the biggest hug in the world. You're gonna hug the hair out of me.
Matilda Wormwood! Matilda Wormwood! Where's my...
Yes, Miss Frenchbull?
So you admitted, do you?
Admit what, Miss Frenchbull?
This caught, this foul of cabin is none other than a disgusting criminal! A denizen of the underworld. A member of the mafia. This morning, you sneaked like a serpent into the kitchen. And I stole a slice of my chocolate privet cake from my tea tray!
No, I did not! Miss Frenchbull, Matilda's been here all morning.
Standing up for a little spitball, aren't you? Huh? Well, this crime took place before school started. Therefore, she is guilty!
Okay, look, alright. I stole the cake. And honestly, I was definitely sort of almost weak about owning up. Maybe. You see, I was having a lot of trouble in my belly. The chocolate cake was so good that I scoffed it down too quick. And now, we will begin to fight back. Oops, see?
I'm not guilty, I didn't do anything!
You're guilty because you're fined. You are a crook, I shall crush you, I shall pound you! I shall consign you into the seventh circle of hell, child. You shall be destroyed.
It was the biggest burp I've ever done. The biggest burp I've ever heard. The biggest burp I've ever heard about. It was like the entire world went silent above the exist. As a huge cloud of chocolatey gas wafted from my mouth and drifted across the class. Past Lavender, past Nigel, past Matilda. And then my great, big, beautiful chocolatey burp, which now seemed to have a mighty song. What for the face of the Trunchbull!
Bruce, Dog Trotter.
Yes, miss?
You like my cake? Didn't you, Brucey?
Yes, Miss Trunchbull. I'm not very
Oh,
sorry.
no. As long as you enjoy the cake. That's the main thing.
Is it?
Yes, Bog Trotter, it is.
Well, I did. Thank you.
Wonderful. Marvelous, that made me so happy.
It gives me a warm glow in my lower intestine. Oh, Coke! What's the matter, Bog Trotter? Lost your appetite?
Well, yes, I'm full.
Oh no, you're not full. I tell you when you're full, and I say criminals like you're not full! And you haven't an entire cake.
But
No but! You haven't gotten full but! Mistress, you'll be sick!
I can't eat it all.
He jumped out of that vomit back with Satan! And decided to steal my cake. Well, eat. Eat.
A single slice, or even two, Bruce, might have been nice, but even you, Bruce, have to admit, between you and it, there's not a lot of difference in size. He can't, he surely can't, you are the man, Bruce. He might explode, he's quite elastic. He's got to blow, make him stop, he's fantastic. Look at him go. I can't concentrate in effect. This must confirm, Bruce, what we all suspected. You have a one, Bruce, or maybe a largeness. It's like the TARDIS, considerably roomier inside. He can't, surely can't, you are the man, Bruce. You'll never again be subject to abuse for your immense caprice. Show all the truth, Bruce. With every swallow you are tightening the noose. We never thought it was possible, but here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it too. The time has come to put that tumbly tongue to use. And no excuse, Bruce. Let out your belt and if you want your trousers loose. Oh, stop it in, Bruce. You're almost in a truth. You're fitted in. Whatever you do, just don't give in. Don't let her win. Come on, Bruce, be our hero. Cover yourself in chocolate glory.
Too much. It's just too much.
Come on, Bruce, do it! Silence!
You'll never again be subject to abuse for your immense caboose. Show all the truth, Bruce. Just one more bite and you're completely cooked to goose. We never thought it was possible, but here it is coming true. We can have our cake and eat it.
Yes! Go on, Brucey! Yes! I'm sorry, Mr. Lunchboy, I got carried away.
That's all right, Jenny. We're all carried away sometimes. Even me. Well done, Bog Trotter. Good show. Well, come along, Bog Trotter.
What? Where?
Oh, did I not mention? That was only the first part of your punishment. There's a second part, and the second part is jokey!
What? No, headmistress, please, you can't.
Oh, yes, Mr. Ashwell, please, you can. Oh, come on, Jenny. Do you think I allow myself to be defeated by these maggots? Who do you think I am? An idiot. A weakling. A fool. You.
Please, not there, not the chocolate. I eat a lot. No, no, no.
That's
No!
not right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a 5-minute break and we'll come back for the second act. Senhoras e senhores, voltaremos em 5 minutos para o segundo ato.
ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with the proceedings, I would like to offer an apology for some of the things that have been going on here tonight. They are not nice things, they are not right things. And I would like to state voluntarily that we do not want any children who might be here tonight to go home and try those things by themselves. I, of course, talking about reading. Now, it's not enough for kids to behave in this fashion. It stunts the brains, it wears out the eyes, it makes kids ugly, sticky, fatty, sweaty Betty, boring, and crucially, it gives them a paralysis of the soul. Under no circumstances do we condone such activities, and we do so utterly without reservoir. Now, can I just ask, by a way of show of hands, how many grown-up people here has actually ever read a book? Come on, put it up. You lady, what's your name, please? Please? Maria Eduarda. Maria Eduarda, don't take this in the wrong way, but bookworm, reading all the books like stick little worm. You read books like a worm read books. You read books, worms are stupid, you are swarm. Now, Maria Eduarda will learn from that. He will not stop reading, but he will never put his hands up in the theater again. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you today the pinnacle of our achievement as a species. The very reason that we bother evolving out of unicorns in the first place. Somewhere on a show I heard that a picture tells 1,000 words. So Tally, if you bother to take a look, is the equivalent of like lots of books. All I know I learned from Tally, this big beautiful box of facts. If you know a thing already, babe, you swear the channel. Just like that, endless joy and endless laughter, folks living happily ever after. All you need to make you wise is 23 minutes plus advertisements. Why would we waste our energy? Turning the pages 1, 2, 3, or we can sit comfortably on a lovely buffalo. Watch people singing and talking and doing stuff. All I know I learned from Tally, the bigger the Tally, the smarter man. You can tell from my being Tally just how clever fellow I am. Take it away, son. You can learn that from a stupid book. All I know I learned from Tally, what to think and what to buy. Now I was pretty smart already, but now really smart, very smart. Endless content, endless channels, endless chat or endless panels. All you need to fill your muffin, we don't have to really think or nothing. Why would we waste our energy? Try to work out Alice's, or we can see happily on a lovely buffalo. Once slightly famous people talk to really famous people. All I know I learned from Tally, the bigger the Tally, the smarter man. You can tell from my big Tally just how clever fellow I am. Who the Dickens is Charles Dickens? Mary Shelley Core, she sounds smelly. Harry Potter, water rotter. Jane Austen, in the cold posting. James Joyce, he doesn't sound noise. Ian McEwan, or if you like spewing. William Shakespeare, Moby Dick. Easy grammar. All together now, please. All I know, I learned from Tally. The bigger the Tally, the smarter man. You can tell from my big Tally what a very clever fellow, yeah. All right.
Hello, I'm Lavender, by the way, Matilda's best friend. And that's a bit coming up that's all about me. Well, not exactly about me, but I'm playing the big part of it. But I won't tell you what happens because I want to spoil it for you. Okay, so what I do is I volunteer myself to pick a jug of water from the strange well. But on my way back, no, I'm not telling you anymore. On my way back, I found a newt. A newt is a really ugly lizard that lives in the water. So I pick it up and... No, I'm not telling it anymore. I'm going to put the newt into trench with water. It's going to be brilliant.
When I grow up, I'll be tall enough to reach the branches that I need to reach to climb the trees you get to climb when you're grown up.
And when I grow up, I'll be smart enough to answer all the questions that you need to know the answers to before you grow up. And when I grow up, I will eat sweets every day on the way to work, and I will go to bed late every night. And I wake up when the sun comes up, and I will watch cartoons until my eyes go square. And I won't care 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up.
When I grow up,
When I grow up,
when I grow up,
I'll be smart enough to carry all the heavy things you have to hold around with you when you're all grown up. And when I grow up, when I grow up, I'll be strong enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. I will have dreams every day, and I'll play with things that mom pretends that moms don't think are fun. And I will wake up when the sun comes up, and I will spend all day just lying in the sun. And I won't burn 'cause I'll be all grown up when I grow up. When I grow up, I will be brave enough to fight the creatures that you have to fight beneath the bed each night to be a grown up. When I grow up, just because you find that life's not fair, it doesn't mean that you just have to grin and bear it. If you think that everything is fixed already, nothing will change. When I grow up, just because I find myself in the story doesn't mean that
vai.
Matilda? How lovely to see you. Are you enjoying school?
Oh, yes. Bits of it. Anyway, Miss Phelps, where is the revenge section?
What? Well, I don't believe we have a revenge section. Why? Is there a child at school who's behaving like a bully?
Oh, no. Not a child exactly.
Matilda, are you sure something...
Would you like to hear the next part of my story?
Story? Did you say story? Did you say, oh, Matilda, what are you waiting for?
Slowly, very slowly, the acrobat wrapped her shiny white scarf around her husband's neck. And then she said,
For luck, my love.
she said, kissing him with the gentlest of kisses. Smile.
We have done this 1,000 times.
But suddenly, she hugged him with the biggest hug in the world. So hard that he thought she would hug all the air out of him. And so, they prepared themselves for the most dangerous feat that had ever been performed. The great escapologist had to escape from the cage, lean out, catch his wife with one hand, grab a fire extinguisher with the other, and put out the flames in her specially designed dress within 12 seconds before they reached the dynamite, and blew his wife's head off.
Oh, sorry, go on.
The trick started well. The moment that the great acrobat was set alight, the acrobats swung it through the air. The crowd held their breath as she hurled over the sharks and spiky objects. 1 second, 2 seconds. They watched as the flames crept up the dress. 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Suddenly, padlocks sprung open and his body lifted out the huge mystical arm. Bulged lifted out the huge mystical arm to catch his wife and their child.
Oh, I can look!
Grabs her hand and suddenly the flames are covered in foam before they can both be blown to pieces.
Hooray! So the story does have a happy ending after all.
No,
No.
no. Maybe it was the thought of a child. Maybe it was a nurse. But the scapologist was just a touch too much foam. And suddenly, their hands became sleepy. And she fell.
No. Was she okay? Did she survive?
She broke every bone in her body, except for the ones at the end of her little fingers. She did manage to live long enough to hurt her child, but the effort was too great. Love her little girl, she said. Love her with all your heart. She was all you ever wanted. And then she died.
Oh my.
And then things got worse.
What? Worse? Oh no, Matilda, they can't get worse.
I'm afraid he did, because the scapologist was so kind that he never blamed for 1 second the evil sister about that. In fact, he asked her to move in and help look after his daughter. She was nothing but rude to the little girl, making her watch, iron, cook, and clean, and beating her if she did anything wrong, but always in secret, so that the scapologist never suspected a thing. And so, the poor little girl grew up with the meanest, cruelest, heartless aunt you can possibly imagine.
Oh, let's call the police!
Miss Phelps, it's just a story.
What? Oh! Yes, of course, Matilda. You are so clever. Your parents, they must think they have won the lottery having a child like you.
Oh, yeah, they do. They're always saying that, in fact. They say,
Matilda, we're so proud of you. You like winning the lottery. Yeah, I'd better go.
I'm so clever, I'm so clever, I'm so very, 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 very clever. I'm so very flaming clever. What a very clever fellow I am. Come here, you!
Woo! Stop! Oh, stop! Stop! There's only one man I do that with.
Everyone gather around, all my family to sharing my triumph. No, you boy. 155 old bangers on my hand. All polished up, yeah. But the mileage on the car telling the truth that each one was naked. How could I possibly make the mileage go back? I couldn't very well drive each one backwards, could I?
Backwards.
When suddenly I had the most genius idea in the world. See, I ran to the workshop, I grabbed a drill, and using my incredible mind, I attached the drill to the speedometer of the first car. See, I turned it on. I whacked into reverse.
Backwards.
Yes, boy, backwards, exactly. Now, 10 minutes later, the Russians shown up. Great big nasty face apes, expensive suits, dog glasses. Do you know who they thought they were?
Oh, Russians are nocturnal. I saw it on a program last night.
That was badgers. It was a program about badgers.
Same thing.
It didn't work.
Wow! This is for a tofu!
But that's not right. They've trusted you and you've cheated them.
What's the matter with you? What I have done to deserve a child like that?
You know what I'm going to do tomorrow? I'm going down to that library and tell that old bag will never let you in. And if she does, I'll have her fired. I'll put an end to a young story, young man. You'll never read another book as long as you live. Now get in there and stay in there, you nasty little creep.
At night, the scologist's daughter cried herself to sleep alone in her room. She never said a single word about her aview Aunt Bullen because she didn't want to cause a fur. And then she suffered in silence. This only encouraged that woman to commit her cruelties until one day she exploded. You are useless, filthy, nasty little creep. And she beat her and threw her into a dank, dark, dusty cellar, locked the door, and went out. But that day, the scologist happened to come home early. And when he heard the sound of his daughter's tears, he smashed the door open.
I am here, little girl. Please don't cry. Dry your eyes. Wipe away your tears. Little girl, forgive me. I didn't mean to desert you. Don't cry, little girl. Nothing can hurt you. You have nothing to fear. I'm here. Have I been so wrapped up in my grief for my wife that I've forgotten the one thing that matters to us most? I love you so much, my daughter, and I shall spend the rest of my life making it up to you. We shall be together
forever. Don't cry, Daddy. I'm alright, Daddy. Don't cry, let me wipe away your tears.
Forgive
Daddy,
me.
forgive
I didn't
me.
mean to desert you.
I didn't want to upset you. Please, Daddy,
Don't cry, little girl.
I'll be alright.
Nothing can hurt you. You have nothing
to fear.
I'm here.
But when the little girl fell asleep, the scapologist's thoughts turned to the acrobates, and a grew inside his great heart. This
Villain!
demon, this
Monster!
this monster, she has
screwed the memory of my wife. She has betrayed the trust of her own sister. She has shown cruelty to the most precious reality of my marriage. Bullying children is her game, is it? Well, let us see what this creature thinks she can do when the wrath of a grown man stands before her.
But that was the least of the little girl saw of her father, because he never came home, ever again. Matilda, I've got those books we spoke about, so you can just sit and read and
What are you doing with those books, woman?
they're for Matilda.
No, they're not. Not in my watch. It has become clear to me, Miss Honey. They have no idea what you're doing. You believe in kindness and fluffiness and books and stories. This is not teaching. To teach the child, you must first break the child. Sit. Where's my jug of water?
Me, Mr. Trunchbull, I'll get it.
Stupid girl. Flabby. Disgusting. Revolting. Revolting, I say! I say it's high time you were toughen out with a little phys-ed. Give it to me. So what do you think about this, Jenny?
Well, I don't think that's teaching at all. I think it's just cruelty.
It's because you, Miss Honey, are pathetic. You're wet. You're weak. You're in fact a sniveling little Newt. 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 There's a newt on my. Someone trying to point on me. You did this.
No.
You vile, malicious little sinner.
Stop! No, Mr. Archibald, please.
Stop. We're just getting started. Miss Honey, for all many years of experimentation, there's a small boy's ears an outcome of. Then stretch. And I can't feel this one stretch even now!
You pull her ear off!
Leave him alone! You big, fat bully!
How dare you? You're not fit to be at this school. You ought to be in prison. In the darkest, deepest, dunkiest prison. I shall have ruled you out, trapped to a trolley with the muzzle of your mouth. All these disgusting little slugs should suffer the most appalling indignity because of you. Yes, you! I shall crush you. I shall pound you. All of you! Maggots!
Have you ever wondered, will I have, about how when I say red? For example, there's no way of knowing if red is the same thing in your head as Redmond in my head when someone says red. How fever travel at almost speed for light, and holds in the light, that light goes to travel away from us. At full speed for light, dreams right now, babe, but I'm trying to say, I'm not sure, but I wonder if inside my head, maybe just a bit different from some of my friends. These answers that come into my mind unbidden, these stories delivered to me fairly written. And when everyone shouts like this, seems to like shouting, the noise in my head is incredibly loud. I just wish them stop, my dad and my mom. To tell you the stories full stop for just once. And I'm sorry, but I'm not quite explaining it right. But the voice becomes anger, and anger is light, and it's burning inside me, could usually bait. But it isn't today, and the heat and is shouting, and my heart is pounding, and my eyes are burning. Suddenly, everything is quiet. Like silence, but not really silent. Just a still sort of quiet. Like the sound of a page been turned in a book, or a pause in a walk in the woods. Quiet, like silence, but not really silent. Just a nice kind of quiet, like the sound when you lie upside down in your bed. Just the sound of your heart in your head. And all the people around me, they mount us to movie. The words they are forming cannot reach me anymore. And if it's quiet and I am warm, like I've said, into the eye of the storm. Tip. Go on, tip. Tip over. Tip over. Tip, 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 tip. Tip over. Tip over.
Put a note inside me. Someone tried to kill me! You did it! No!
Okay. That was interesting.
I move it with my eyes.
I think we better go home while we still can.
Watch. Watch, please.
But Matilda, I really think it would be wise if we could just...
Watch. Tip. Go on. Tip. Tip over. Tip over. Tip. I move with my eyes. Am I strange?
I think... How would you fancy a cup of tea?
So, what do you think it is? This thing with my eyes.
Well, I'm not going to pretend I know what it is, Matilda, but I don't think it's something you should be frightened of. think it has to do with that incredible little mind of yours.
You mean there's no room in my head for all of my brains, so they have to squeeze out through my eyes?
Well, not exactly, but something like that. You certainly are a special girl, Matilda. I met your mother. She's special. What about your father? Is he proud to have a daughter as clever as you?
Oh, yes. He's very, very, very proud. He's always saying that, in fact. He says, Matilda, I'm so proud to have a daughter as clever as... That's not true, Miss Honey. That's not what he says. He calls me a liar and a shit and a nasty little creep.
I see. Well, here we are. Home sweet home.
Are you poor?
Yes. Yes, I am. Very. But,
Don't they pay teachers very well?
No, they don't actually, but I'm even poorer than most. Because of other reasons. You see, I used to live with my aunt. But one day I was walking and I came across this old shed. I fell completely in love with it. And I begged to the farmer to let me move in. He thought I was mad, but he agreed. And I've lived here ever since.
But Miss Honey, you can't live in a shed.
I'm not strong like you, Matilda. You see, my father died when I was young. His name was Magnus. He was very kind. But when he was gone, my aunt became a legal guardian. So she made me pay her back every penny for looking after me all those years. She had written everything down. Every tea bag, electricity bill, every tin of beans. And when I got my job as a teacher, she suddenly presented me with a contract that said that my father had given her his entire house.
Did he really do that? Magnus, did he really just give her his house?
I don't know, but I find it hard to believe. Just like I can't believe that he would have killed himself, which is what she said happened.
You think she did him in, don't you, Miss Honey?
Well, I can't say. All I know is that years of being bullied by that woman made me pathetic. I was trapped.
And that's why you live here.
This roof keeps me dry when the rain falls. This door helps to keep the cold at bay. On this floor I can stand on my own 2 feet. On this chair I can write my lessons. On this pillow I can dream my nights away. In this table, as you can see, well, it's perfect. Pretty. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough. On these walls I hang wonderful pictures. Through this window I can watch the seasons change. By this lamp I can read. And I am set free. And when it's cold outside I feel no fear. Even in a fiercest storm I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire. And there is nowhere I would rather be. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough. This is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. This is my house. This is my house. It isn't much, but it is enough.
Don't cry.
And when it's cold
Please
and
don't
bleak,
cry.
I
I'm
feel no
here.
fear.
Please don't
Even in the
cry.
fiercest
Your
storms,
eyes
I am warmed by a small but stubborn fire.
forgive me.
Even when outside
I
is
didn't
freezing,
mean to deserve
I don't pay much heed. I know that everything I need is in here. It isn't much, but it is enough for me. It isn't much, but it is enough for me.
Miss Honey, is this your father's scarf?
Yes. My mother gave it to him before she was gone. You see, she was an acrobat.
Acrobat.
Yeah, and my father was
An escapologist.
Matilda, how do you know that?
So they were your parents.
What? Who?
The people in my story.
What story?
A story. I've been telling a story, and I thought I was making it up. But it's real. It's your life. I've seen your life.
What? You've seen my life?
She did him in. Let's go to the police.
No, Matilda, we can't. We have no evidence.
Well, we can just tell them. Tell them she did it.
They won't believe she was capable of murder. It'd be my word against hers.
But Miss Honey, she shouted at you. She beat you.
Matilda, stop it.
She locked you up in tiny cupboards and threw you into cellars. Miss Honey, you're out to murder. Who is she?
Contract is a contract.
Miss Trunchbull.
In this world, children, there are two types of human beings. There are winners and there are losers. And I am a winner. And I play by the rules and I always win. And if I play by the rules and I do not win, something is very wrong. And you have to put it right, even if it screams. What are you looking at?
You.
This morning, we're having a very special spelling class. Any kid who got one single word wrong shall go to chokey. You. Let me see. Spell newt.
Newt. N-E-W-T. Newt.
What?
Miss Honey's down to us. She's very good at teaching.
Nonsense. Miss Honey's far too soft and teach you get anything. Any moron can see that. You. Spell one thing that you're all are. Revolting.
Revolting. REVOLTING. Revolting.
You cheating! Of course she's not cheating. She's simply spelling a word.
These little specks of dust can't be this clever. Dear worms! You spell Amicala Caminal Septis Timosis.
What? That's not even a word. You're just making it up.
Spell or chokey. And I had to warn you, it has silent letters.
A M C H E L L A K.
Oh, dearie, dearie, dear. It was a silent T. You're going to chokey with me.
Cat. C-A-F. Cat. I got it wrong, please. You have to put me in chokey too.
What did
Dog. D.
What is going on?
Y-O-B. Dog. And
What's
me.
going on? Stop this.
Table.
Sit down.
X-I-B-L-Y.
Sit down.
And me. You
Sit-
can put us
no,
all in the
you- no,
chokey.
you're not doing that.
Bananas.
Sit down.
Sit
You can't put me in chokey, miss. You can't put all in chokey. Oh, come on, maggots. Do you think I haven't thought of that? A whole array of chokies for one and each one of you. Now, their spelling test is over. You all have failed! In this world, children, there are two types of human being. And I'm always winning. I'll put you all in chokey. You little maggots. Vermin. I'm always the winner. Always. I really hate kids. Thank God I wasn't one of them. What?
It's moving.
What's going on? What the devil? Who's doing it?
This is Magnus.
No! 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 I won't do this! No! 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 Or I will get you! Like
Why?
you got me! No! 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 No!
Whoa. Never again will she get the best of me. Never again will she take away my freedom. And we won't forget the day we fought with a choky door slam. Will I be bullied and without when? Never again. Never again knowing that we are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children to our revolting stand. And we'll have a church revolting, we're revolting. We are revolting children living in revolting times. We sing revolting songs, using revolting rhymes. We'll be revolting children to our revolting stand.
And we'll have a church revolting, we're revolting. We will become a screaming horde. Take out your wookie stick and use it as a sword.
Never again will we be ignored.
We'll find out where the joke is stored. For rich pictures on the board. It's not insulting, we're revolting.
We can SPL how we like. If it ever was
'Cause the wrong is right, everyone and L-O-T-Y. 'Cause we're a little bit naughty, so we got to stay inside our line. To be disobey at the same time, there's nothing that the church will can do.
You take your hammer and let's teach you.
You can push us too far, but there's no going back now. R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N.
Revolting times!
U-S-I-N-G.
Song!
U-S-I-N-G.
Run!
R-E-V-O-L-T-I-N-G.
It is
too early for you, we are revolting. Our revolting children, we're revolting tongues. We're singing revolting songs. We're singing revolting rights. We'll be revolting children. You are revolting tongues. It is too early for you. We are against your
Down, down, down. It is too early for you. We are revolting!
A few days later, the acrobat and the escapologist's daughter received a letter from a solicitor. It said that her parents will have mysteriously shown up, and now she was the owner of a beautiful old house, which was, up until that moment, being owned by the evil aunt, one Agatha Trunchbull. She moved in immediately, and she was very happier than she had ever been in her entire life.
As for Miss Trunchbull, she was never seen again. The chokers were immediately closed and a new headmistress took over.
And her name was Miss Honey. And it is often said that it was one of the best schools in all land.
And you know something else? Matilda was never again able to move things with her eyes. I thought it was because her mind was being challenged, but it turns out that she no longer had a need for superpowers. Sometimes I look at her. The little girl had done so much to help others, but was stuck with mean and cruel and horrible parents who called her names. And I'd feel my blood boil. And I wish I could just do something.
So this is the end. And I wish so much that I could tell you that this was a happy ending. I wish so much that I could tell you that Matilda got the love she deserved. But perhaps the truth is, not all stories have happy endings.
Boy, don't just stand there. Go pay. We go into Spain.
Spain? But why?
Because this idiot, this tweet brain think that it's a good idea to sell 55 bangles to the Russian mafia.
I didn't know there was a flaming Russian mafia, did I? Come on, boy. We'll live forever and never be back.
Let Matilda stay here with me.
I beg your pardon?
I would look after her with love and care. And if she'd like to stay with me, of course. Would you like that, Matilda?
Matilda? Who's Matilda?
I am.
Girl, so you want
I'm
us to leave our daughter here with you?
What did you say?
They won't be here any minute.
Dad, you called girl?
Quick, let's go out of here to the GT mines!
You. Are you Mr. Wormwood's daughter?
Yes, I am.
Well, do you happen to know where he is?
He's...
Backwards. Well, I mean, you see, your father, he did some business with me, and he thought I was stupid, and that is a very, very stupid thing to do, you see?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid my father is quite rude and very, very, very stupid.
I see. You see, guys, there is at least someone clever in this family. Чебраноте. Давай. Давай.
Спасибо. Мириться за приятно. Познакомиться с вами.
Matilda, who taught you how to speak Russian?
Well, I taught myself, I suppose. I was reading Dostoevsky, and I just thought it would be better to read in the language it was written in.
Oh my God, oh my God, Matilda, oh my God. Well, by the love of Babushka, Matilda, you see, your father, he deals business with me and he thinks kinda backwards, you see. And and he's very, very stupid, as you say. So if you want my help someday, he cannot be that very, very stupid, you see. If you want, we can just, that stuff.
Well, Mr. J, this is a very tempting offer. See, he's my father, and I'm his daughter. And I think I had enough of revenge.
This little girl, this miracle, Matilda. Matilda. Давай! Че пропонує, блядь? Ну! Скриваче нето, скриваче нето, Matilda, урод! Скривато, Matilda! Matilda, урод! Да. You see, I'm sorry for the inconvenience and my boys. Let's do this. We are going to follow our ways, and if you need any help someday, just call on me, right? Let's go, my friends. Babushka is mission kotlet.
Wait, what about the girl?
Yeah, the girl.
Matilda, do you want to stay here with Miss Honey?
Yes, I do.
And will you take care of her?
I will.
So we're better show a room, so yes.
Thank you.
And Matilda leapt into Miss Honey's arms.
And hugged her.
Oh, and she hugged her back.
And they hardly noticed as the Wormwoods and Rodolfo sped away into the distance.
Because they had found each other.
Yes, they had found each other.
When I grow up,
Preciso sim. Ah, tá. É. Agora eu uso. Tá. Então, gostaríamos de parabenizar o Drama Club por mais esse impressionante sucesso. Quando a gente acha que eles chegaram ao máximo, eles se superam mais uma vez. Não é? Vamos lá! Tá, então. Parabéns a todos por mais esse impressionante sucesso. Drama Club é razão de muito orgulho para a cultura inglesa. E imagino que temos aqui muitos pais bem orgulhosos, não é? Então. Gostaríamos de agradecer a todos por esse impressionante empenho. Tivemos aquele imprevisto da chuva em junho e por isso esse grupo teve que fazer mais 4 ensaios gerais. Na sexta, no sábado, ontem e hoje. E vocês dizem que não saiu nada errado, não foi. Foi muito bom, correu muito bem. Parabéns a todos vocês. Hein? É difícil escolher um grupo para homenagear. É muito difícil eu falar essa palavra. Uma vez que o empenho foi de todos, né? Mas tem um grupo que doou-se além da conta, ajudando no que fosse necessário. Então não podíamos deixar de mencionar os nomes de... Eles memorizaram as suas palavras, eu não, hein? Okay. Então, primeiro, Vitor Pontes. Vitor Pontes. Parabéns, Vitor. Parabéns, Vitor Pontes. Tá. Aí, opa, ei. Vitor, vem aqui para o teu presente. Caio de Moura. Laís Flores. Aí. Beatriz Farias. Farias? Gisela Gatti. Muito bem, parabéns. Clara Costa. E Tiago Matos. Epa. Parabéns a todos. Também gostaríamos de fazer um agradecimento do apoio técnico que iniciaram como o mesmo empenho do nosso grupo de atores.
Posso fazer a... pode. Obrigado. Desculpa, vou roubar a cena, tá? Desculpa, I'm sorry. Eu acho que chegou o momento de eu agradecer. Eles foram pessoas, membros do drama, que sem eles eu não conseguiria fazer esse espetáculo. Cada um deles falados até agora, eles ajudaram em coreografia, ajudaram em atuação, ajudaram em cenário, ajudaram a organizar aqui atrás também. Então, assim, eles foram pessoas que me ajudaram de uma forma direta e indireta, né, até passando até por cima de horários e dias. E vocês são demais, eu tenho o maior orgulho de ter vocês no drama. Demais. E agora a agradecimento da minha produção, né? Desculpa. Cadê? Eu gostaria de agradecer algumas pessoas que hoje não podem estar aqui nesse momento do palco, mas elas fizeram parte. Toda a projeção que vocês viram lá atrás foi feita por Mariana de Sangandara. Please, Mariana. Come over here, dear. Come here, please. I need you here. Vem, é sério, vem. Parabéns pra Robofe. Sorry. In English, porque nós somos britânicos. In English. Okay. Congratulations. Her chocolate. Cadê? Okay, sorry. A outra pessoa que eu queria ajudar foi um rapaz que entrou assim, caiu de paraquedas. Eu pedi para que ele ajudasse na luz. Ele disse: eu apoio e eu vou. E o nome dele é Pedro Amaral. Por favor, Pedro! Cadê ele? Cadê ele? Tá. Obrigado, você foi fantástico. Gostaria de chamar também quem ajudou no canhão, também aí na luz, Naíssa Correia, por favor! Maravilhosa! Tá. Claro, ela é que produziu muita parte do cenário, os props, eu não poderia nunca deixar de anunciar. Uma das meninas foram incríveis, passou pelo drama monitora, sensacional, Alana Barros, por favor! Pode deixar. Sim, tem mais uma pessoa. E agora eu gostaria de agradecer a uma pessoa que eu vou me emocionar muito falar nela, que Hannah é uma das pessoas que chegou bem caladinha, bem no canto dela, completely lost. Mas assim, ela evoluiu, cresceu, avançou num nível altíssimo. Eu tenho o prazer, Hannah, de te anunciar para todo mundo. Conheça a Hannah!
Thank you very much.
E claro, uma pessoa que é e sempre será do Drama Club, Guilherme Marconi! Vem-se embora! Vem-se embora! Desça aqui!
E por último, não, tá tudo bem, tá bom. Aquele que trouxe o Drama Club para um outro nível. É nível ou nível? É nível, ok. Ele sonha com o drama, acorda pensando no drama, respira drama, e está aí o resultado da sua dedicação. O nosso diretor, Luan Belarmino. E a Matilda está aqui. A Júlia, onde está a Júlia? Júlia, vem aqui. E os pais da Matilda, os pais da Júlia. Todos os pais, todo mundo.